Hello and welcome. Today is May 21st, 2024. Oh, there we go. And today we'll be playing some vrising. I'm your host, Xolo Q. I am a Xolo Eats Quaintly Reaper and Guide to the Underworld. Today we'll be building, well actually we're on day 5, I believe? Yeah, day 5 of building the Church of Luminance. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Just want to check who's in the chat. Dark0237, welcome. Dark Veg, welcome. How you guys doing? Welcome to the chat. We're about to get started soon here. So this week on Tuesday, which is today, and then Thursday, 2 days from now, those will be days 5 and 6 for the Church of Luminance. Depending on how far I get on Thursday, will kind of determine whether or not that will be the end of this particular castle, depending on how fast everything goes, that is. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get right into it, and we'll see how far we can take it, I guess. Because right now, everything, like I kind of did like a quick walkthrough of just, you know, some parts of this castle, but I definitely want to check it out from the upper floors and just kind of refresh my memory a little bit on the areas that need a little bit of work. So we got a lot of work to do with this castle. It's hard to really determine how long a castle is going to take me, because I feel like when I'm like streaming a castle, like it's like hit or miss. You know, some days I'll get really far and it'll be super productive. Other days will take me a while because I'm being indecisive. But, you know, sometimes you just need the creative juices to flow and you'll be told, oh, I remember now, I was going to work on this today, I think. This front area underneath and then the balcony on top. And I think I'm going to do something cool up here too while I'm at it. So, whoa, that was weird. I just dropped from the sky as a vampire, not a vampire bat. That's odd, to say the least. Wow, hopefully the game doesn't break on me today. Not that it usually does, it's just that was really odd. Wow. Can maybe set this up. I might do a little bit of structuring here with the walls. I could do something where I create an upper floor, so I'm thinking I can maybe use some stairs to achieve this, and I'm going to be using the same stairs I used on the other side, if it lets me, that is. I don't know. Oh, there's a problem. Because I used the fencing up here, it's not going to let me place what I need to place. That's kind of unfortunate. I was thinking about maybe, well, actually let me fly up into the sky again, take a look. Because I was thinking about maybe making this like a platform that like extends out this way. But then I realized, no, that's a stair right here, so I can't really do that. Small of an area, I don't think I can do it. Let me try. Yeah, even if I have this like this, it's too small. I could maybe move this over. The problem then becomes I can't get this up high enough because of that. Okay, I'm gonna have to reassess what I'm doing here. I think I might end up using a trellis here instead to kind of maybe add something to this garden area. I don't know. I have to think a little bit more about this. Oh, this doesn't have a pillar. That's not right. It's weird I missed those. Alright, let's get the wallpaper on them. I don't know why this music goes so hard for no reason. Jeez. I mean, I'm not really complaining, it's just odd. Alright, so I think I will add a trellis up here. I was thinking about doing something a little bit more... maybe not elaborate isn't the word I want to use, but something a little bit different up here. But I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do on top. And downstairs in that area, there's another issue in the sense that I also don't know what I want to do for that. But, I'm sure I'll figure it out. I just gotta think of what I'm gonna put up here that won't cause any issues. I could put this here, maybe? Oh, you know what? Maybe I can do something here. If I remove the fencing on the edge here, I cannot retract that plan. But I think this might actually make more sense to be enclosed. So I'm gonna remove the fencing that I put up here, like, what, 3 sessions ago? When I originally started putting the foundation down. So let's see what we can do. Good evening, Mr. P-Head. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. I'm just going to continue adding more and more structure here to this area. There we go. So this area is going to be a little bit different. I want to create like a space that it's just visually different but still has the same like thematical ideas. So I'm going to use the wallpaper on the pillars and on the outside as well. Cool. I love that I can just do that. What I will also do is I'm going to make it so that these walls have the same setup as these down here, and I think that'll look really nice. Just thinking a little bit about this. Yeah, I think that's probably the better idea, so let's try. That way the sun still comes in, you get some fresh air, but it's visually more interesting. And I think I'm also going to use a verdant gate as well. So this is gonna look really nice, using the little iron gate. Now the next part is gonna be a little bit more tricky, because I'm thinking I can maybe change the floor foundation so that the one in the center is just like a greenish garden kind of thing. I can also add some fencing around the edges here. So if I decide to add something here, that could be good, and then I could put a where is it? Statue. I'll just use a... I'm trying so hard not to sneeze, guys. Oh my god. I feel like I'm trying so hard not to sneeze and it's like, it's crazy. This can be fine as is. I think I might push this back slightly though and add a... Actually, let me think about this. If I do... I haven't put any braziers in this castle. I don't think I will. I do think though that maybe I need to add some water here or something. Maybe. Okay, so that fence is becoming a little bit of an obstacle here. So that's interesting. If I remove the fencing, what are we looking at? Can I put this here? I can. But can I put fencing now that I've done that? That's the real question. Nope. How do you put the garden fence on the corners of the floor? I try to and game won't allow it. On the corners of the floor. You mean this? Wait, do you... Hold on. Let me reread that. How do you put the garden fence on the... corners of a floor. I tried, but the game won't allow. Are you talking about like this fencing here? Like how I got this fencing to be on the staircase? Or sorry, on the side path, like right here? Like a balcony? Yeah, like on the bridge? Oh, no, yeah, okay, so I'll demonstrate. So, I'll demonstrate, but I'll show you over here just to make it a little bit easier. Alright, so the reason why I'm choosing this is because, well, there's nothing going on there. So basically all you do is you go to the foundation tab, and you go to invisible foundation, and you place your invisible foundation. Once you're done with that, you go to the garden fencing, you put in your fencing, and then you can use whatever foundation you want to fill in it, So let's say I want to use like grass. As long as it's connecting to the ground, I can do that, and then it goes. You can't do that without using invisible foundation, at least not to my knowledge. So it's kind of like a weird layer effect. Now, the one thing I would caution about using this technique is that if you decide to retract something, but then you change your mind, you're gonna have to redo the entire section. So make sure that if you do this, you decorate it last, because yeah, it's gonna be a little bit harder to undo, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's how you do that. It's really a weird thing. I like the technique because it adds, oh shit, not mean to do that. It adds a little bit of life to something that is already very, I don't know. It's already visually cool to see that, but to have a little bit extra on those bridges just adds a little bit of, I don't know. I think it's just like a little extra. Like this is kind of like my, I guess you could call it like kind of my signature technique, is I like to use this in almost all my castles, or at least a few sections of it will have something like that. I just really like being able to do it, and now that we have different kinds of fencing, it makes this so much easier. Want to do this on the roof garden and just make on the roof? Oh yeah, just make sure you use the invisible foundation. If you get stuck, like let's say you can't like reach wherever you're trying to go, just start doing the process closest to you, and then like slowly shift forward as you go, and then you should be fine, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because you need somewhere to stand while you're doing this. Yeah, but I like to do that. I just think it's it looks cool to me, at least. I don't know. I haven't figured out what I want to do with this area here. I gotta think more about this because I'm not too happy with this. I think if I move this forward and I put the, well, I've been using the fencing for this the whole time, but I could add more. And then I could put some flowers underneath. So I'm gonna go to production, growing plots, and we're gonna use some flower strips. So we're gonna have this one here. We're gonna have this one here. We're gonna have one here and one here. And I think that should be enough. Oh no, that's not true. I'm gonna put some in the corners here. Gotta be really careful so that you're not flipping anything off and that you get all the sides. And then next I'm going to put more of the, actually I'm gonna use the roses here, not the grapevines. So we're gonna add some roses, and hopefully by the end of the stream this will be looking nice.
This will not work.
I think I got it all.
I cannot build
Yeah,
here.
so now when it grows in, it'll look really nice. Yeah, I remembered to see you make this fence in that way. Then I tried, it didn't work. I was confused, but Xolo did it. Yeah, right? Thank you for the hydrate, Setsaj, and the stretch the stoic elf mage. I will do that now. And stretch. Is it just me, or am I getting like frame drops on my stream? Like the game, it looks fine to me, but when I look over on the stream, I see frame drops. That is not good. Seems to have returned back to normal though, hopefully, so we will see. I think I'm gonna add maybe garden fencing. Sorry, not garden fencing, garden furniture. Let's try some stuff here. Maybe I'll have this here. What? I chose a white table. What the fuck? Oh well. And then I'm gonna try and move this over. And we're gonna make sure this is the right color. Let's see what else. I'll do one here. And I'm gonna use some vases over here. I haven't really used many vases, but in this particular... Oh my god, why is it doing that? I hate when it reverts to the default every time I close the tray. There we go. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to help. But just the video, the audio was perfect? Okay. Hello, Emu, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Hello, Hiruko Kagitane, welcome to the chat as well. Just the video, the audio's perfect? Okay. Well, as long as you guys can hear me, it should be fine. It just sucks when that happens. It's always like the first like half-hour stream for some reason that like this tends to happen. I don't know why. But after like the first 30 minutes, it, like everything goes back to like, oh, nothing happened here, nothing to see here. It's just like, okay. It's really weird. Hello, Yobyosh. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? And you know what? I think I'm gonna add... I'm gonna put a couple of stone benches here. Now, the thing about having furniture when you use these, what are they called? When you use these doors, right? Sorry, not the doors, but the block. Sorry, the barrier entrance blocks, right? And you put them, like you put like a fence, sorry. You put them around the perimeter and then you try to place a table. It doesn't let you like tuck it in all the way. Like you can't get it really close. So you kind of have to like live with the space in between, because this is where normally you would see a thick wall anyway. It just doesn't look like it's completed, but it is. It can be a little frustrating sometimes, but for the most part it doesn't really tend to cause many issues. So I'm gonna leave that alone. And we're going to start putting stuff in the corner here. So we're gonna put some water fountains in those two corners, and we're gonna add. Sorry if I sound stuffy, guys. I'm like, I have really bad allergies, and like it's messing with like everything. I don't know. Anyway, the vases, I could put them there, or I could put them, well, my original plan was to put them like in front of the pillars, so I think I'm gonna stick to that plan for now. Well, maybe that's not what I'm gonna do, actually. Oh, wait. Actually, you know what? I think this is what I'm gonna do. I have an idea. I'm gonna put these in. Hold on a second, guys. 1 second. Ah, crap. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I noticed my tablet like disconnected from my freaking PC, and I was wondering why, and then I realized it died on me. So sorry. Sorry about that. 'Cause I usually what was I gonna say? I usually pair it to my streaming thing, so I was wondering what was going on there. But now it's starting to make sense because there's stuff happening in the background. Or a lack of stuff, more like. We're going to do the glitching flowers technique here. I'm gonna put the small... Oh, fuck. That's right, it's cobblestone. Damn it. I just realized I have to use the freaking, the square ones. I can't use the other one because, I'm on cobblestone, I'm not on grass, so... even though I do prefer to hide it with the dirt, it's not possible this time around. There we go. And we're gonna put some grapes in here. So these particular pots are gonna have grapes in them. So we're gonna change up the shrubbery in here a little bit. But as far as the lighting goes, we're gonna use probably some chandeliers, I'm thinking. But the problem with the chandeliers is you can't get them too close to the block. So I might not do that. I might actually instead use lampposts. Hold on a second. Hello, pals of Palia. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? And hello, Mr. Negapunk. Welcome. Let's do pillar mounted lights instead, actually. So in this case, maybe we can try... Oh, I forgot that there's multiple versions of this now. So... Oh, that's not gonna work because I have... Oh, shit. Actually, I'm gonna remove the grapes. I'm gonna remove them. I kind of don't really like the placement of them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these out. Sorry, I have to kind of backtrack here. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna use the plants like I think I said it last time that I call one like the lucky plant. Or I think that's what my mom calls it, I don't know. I'm gonna use that this time around, and that particular plant is going to fulfill the same purpose, but it's gonna look a bit different. So decorations, vases, let's find it. It's this one. The Monstera plant. Monstera?
This
Monstera?
will not work.
I can't even say it right. It's probably, I'm probably close, right?
Work.
I think this just kind of adds a little bit more greenery, and then if I add the lamps that hang, so if I add something like this, it'll be right above, so it doesn't look as bad. I don't know. I'm gonna have to maybe experiment with different types of styles. Yeah, you know what? Maybe... I don't want to use anything with fire, so no candles. About this. Well, the hanging lantern is a flame. It looks cool, but not for this castle. I might use some of those in the sister castle to this castle, though. I might just go with the classics. I might, yeah, you know? I don't know. Alright, how about I move this here and move this over here so we can move it to the side. I just don't like how close these vases are to the chairs. Also, Steam comes in stream comes in installments now? 2 to 3 business days for a frame to reach us? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Gerton. For whatever reason, whenever I start my streams for like the first half hour, it's like extreme stuttering. And then after the first half hour, it's fine. Like, I don't really understand why. It's like super annoying that it happens though. It really shouldn't. Like, I have really good internet, so I don't understand. Did I get them all? Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go back on what I wanted to do, and we're gonna use these lampposts again. I think it just brightens up a little bit better, and I kind of want to see the green on the sides a little bit more. I might put a chandelier up here. I gotta think about it a little bit more. I might not, though. Could put two plants next to each other, but that's a little bit silly. Maybe I'll put... No, that's not gonna work either. I think over here is where I should be using the one chandelier. Whoops. Oh my god, now I'm freaking seeing spikes. That's not good. Alright, so I think this will be fine. I'm just gonna add a... I said that in the most, like, unsure way possible. But, maybe what I can do is add a carpet, since I decided not to use the technique. I could also add hedges to the outside and just remove the wall, like the fencing, but I kind of don't want to do that. I like that separation. Oh, you know what I could do? I could add some... let's see, we have garden planters, we got... I know I said I'd use a trellis here, but I think it just doesn't make sense to use a trellis. I can't even put one over here. I can also maybe put... Hold on, let me think about this a little bit more. I need to brainstorm a little bit. Could use... No, that's not gonna make sense either. I gotta think about this, what I'm gonna do with this area. I could also put down... Man, I'm getting like... I'm like brain farting so bad right now. I think I'm gonna use the same carpet that I used in the other place. But this time, I'm going to have it facing this way. And let's see, how does that look? You walk in. Can I put a sliver? Oh, that might not be a bad idea. Maybe instead I could just put like long carpets like these. Let's try that. And we're gonna make them white. I could put one in the center here. And here. And here. Yeah, I think this is kind of nice. Honestly, I really like the way the rug kind of looks in here. It's a little bit different from the stuff I've done before, but I guess that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm just not too sure about the edges here. Like, I feel like it's missing something. Like, I need like a small table or something here. And I can't quite figure out what I want to put, so I might have to come back to this area. Because, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just put like a little thing here, but it's kind of squished. A little claustrophobic, maybe, even. I could also put some stuff here for like a study table, but that doesn't make sense in this area. This area looks very like casual. I could put a bookcase here that might not... Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe I should put like some kind of storage in here. Tool storage, weapon storage. I don't know if I want to put a gem chest in here. I don't know, it seems kind of out of place here. I could also go with something fancier, but here we go. We have a bookcase, so maybe I can squeeze... Oh, you know what? I have a better idea. How about I use the thin ones on both sides? So I could put one here. Whoops.
This will not work.
Put one here. I'm going to move this over to the right a little bit. That way we have a little bit of variety here. Maybe what I could do is I could make them all face a certain direction. So I can just align them from the right side corner. And just do this, which isn't a bad idea. So maybe I'll just move that over. Yeah, I think I aligned it correctly. So actually, no, this one's a little bit off. This one should be like here. Oh. Or am I completely off? I don't know. But yeah, I think having some bookcases here might not be the worst thing. Or I could just do the vanilla move and move into the center, but I'll come back to this room. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like the bookcases might be a little claustrophobic or causing a little bit too much of a spatial issue here, so I might be pushing them back slightly. Alright, so those are all touching the sides, so maybe I'll be okay. I'll leave it alone for now. I'll come back to this room. I feel like I need more of something there. I just can't quite figure out what. Thank you for the hydrate, Spidey, and the stretch. I'll do that now. Might be internet traffic during this time. Maybe. It needs to warm up first. Maybe. Also, welcome, Dragon Sign. How you doing? Welcome to the chat, and Gertin as well. I don't know if I said that. Hello, Amusa, how you doing? And Spidey. It's looking really good. I hope so. Like, I walked out just to kind of like, you know, get some air and then come back in. But now I'm not so sure if that was a good move, but I might come back. It's just something about this room. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my imagination at this point. It's hard to really tell. But what I can do is I can add a... Well, I can add some lighting to this area. So I think I'm going to do that. There we go. Some lighting at the top of the staircase. This room is something I need to work on as well. And this as well. The room underneath here I think is already done. Let me double check. I think that's the, yeah, this is the storage room. It's missing spiders? No! No! I hate it. God, missing spiders. Out of here. Why, Spidey? Why? Why you do this? This looks really nice at night. Very cool. I can't help but wonder if it needs some like braziers or something. I wasn't gonna use braziers in this castle, but now I'm starting to wonder if that was the wrong move. I gotta wait and see, I guess. It's probably because the hallway area is so dark, but let's start working on the downstairs area. Now, I have a few options as far as what I can do. I can add some light just in the very center of each thing if I want to, so I think I'm gonna do that. Make sure it's aligned properly. Yep, it looks good. So now that that's aligned, I'm just going to add some... Well, actually, I could put lampposts on here. I could squeeze lampposts in the corners. That might be a little bit better, but what might be even better would be if I put them directly on here. Actually, what does that look like from behind? Like, if I'm walking on the way out, how does that look? Versus if I'm walking in. Actually, you know what? I kind of like that it's in the corners. So let's start placing some cool stuff here. I think I'm gonna go with... Actually, what kind of seeds do I have? Hello, Rancho Daz. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? I think I am going to add some more sacred grape seeds over here. Yeah, let's give it a shot. So I'm going to go to growing plots. I'm going to get the strip. And I don't think it's going to let me place it because of the fencing. or the way that I set this up. So instead, I'm just gonna manually place them one by one, because even though that's kind of a pain in the ass, if I do this, at least I can be more accurate and it'll look a lot cooler. So what I should have done is I should have started on the corner, not on that side. So let's move these over. Yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. And then now I'm just gonna keep going. Actually, this isn't something I can move, right? Yeah. There we go. Oh, I can't do that. And I can't do this. Not good. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna start doing stuff across. So I'm gonna start from this angle, or from this side, and just work my way across as far as I can go. And if something blocks me, then that is the end of that. It's a shame we only have trays of 3 and 5 and not like a 4 or 2. But it's fine. I don't know. I have to. Well, actually, let me put the seeds in. Yeah, I didn't sleep well at all last night, guys. I got woken up in the middle of the night at like 3 in the morning, and I was like, oh my god, why am I not asleep? So sorry if I seem like kind of low energy. Between that and like my allergies, it's like really bad. Like when I woke up this morning, my eyes were like glued shut. Like it really, like it was just gross and sticky because like my eyes were just itching so much in my sleep. It was really bad. So I also have some good news. The good news is that I'm finally almost done recording my my patch notes rundown. That patch notes rundown is going to be kind of a long video. Like I basically recorded and edited the patch notes, but now I have to go in and add the hotfixes, like the first 3 hotfixes. And I think I've said this before, but when the next hotfixes come through, I'm just gonna do a post about them unless they're like big changes. Then I'll probably do a video covering it. But yeah, what kind of messed me up was yesterday's announcement for the PS5 release. I wasn't expecting that because usually whenever the devs announce something big, it's usually on a Thursday, so like I was not like prepared for that.
This will not work.
And there was also no forewarning, but it'd be like that sometimes, and you know, I felt, you know, it was better to just cover that. I think I will do a comparison video of mouse and keyboard versus controller, but
I cannot build here.
If I do that, it's probably gonna come out after, probably closer to the release date for the PS5 version, and it's gonna come out after my settings guide video because I'm about halfway done with that video too. So I have multiple projects in the works right now. Tokyo Tez, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hi everyone, hope all is well. And hello, Okudnep Ordep, welcome to the chat. Yeah, things are okay. I just feel kind of like tired and nasally today, which kind of sucks. But yeah, my plan is to definitely finish up those videos. I'm hoping tomorrow to finish at least one of them, or at least finish the recording, because I can edit basically at any time. It's just the recording, you know, getting a quiet time to record is hard. So I just want to make sure I get it all done. And I think there's a I have to double check and make sure I got enough documentation, but I know there is I wanted to put together one more of the comparison before and after 1.0 videos, and I wanted to show like very specific places of each environment, like each biome. I just need to make sure I got all my pictures done correctly, and once those screenshots, I verified the screenshots are correct, I'll just do one last video showing a comparison. So that'll be the last comparison video I do, if that ends up coming out. You're doing good. You love your videos and pray for speedy recovery. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, well, to be fair, like this weekend I had some really bad stomach issues. But I felt a lot better after resting. So, oh shit. I didn't see him. I'm out. Don't kill me. He changed his mind. He's like, nah, I'm not destroying your beautiful castle. I'm out of here. Immediately loses aggro. I think I'm gonna add a carpet here. This area looks a little too plain, and I think that having a carpet strip, especially because it's indoors already, will look really nice. I need to decide what kind of carpet though, because I could go with something a little bit more. Well, I'm not going to use this, but I might use something like this in the sister castle to this castle, I've been thinking. I could also do like a single strip going all the way down with connected carpets. That could be really cool. Let me see. How far can I push it? Maybe I could push it in one more. The thing is with gaming news or news in general, you never know when something is just going to come out. You need to report on it immediately. Yeah, that's why I try to be up by a certain time so that if anything stupid happens, I'm like available. Like that's basically what I've been trying to do, and it's been working out for me so far as like trying to oh, hold on. I can use a bigger one. I've been going about this all wrong, it looks like. Let's try this. I can do this, but I can't, oh man, I thought I had an opportunity here. I guess not. You know what, I think I'm just going to use the, regular whatchamacallit. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the mic either. I hate when I do that, because I know, like, you guys can hear that, and it sucks. Is this another castle, or are the plots connected? Oh, you mean like the other thing on the other side? So this isn't a regular castle. I'm just, actually, I'll show you what I'm doing over here. I'll show you. So if I fly over next door, oh, thanks for the Blood Moon redeem. Holderef, welcome to the chat. How you doing? I'll do that in a second. Just, give me one moment. Yeah, so if I fly next door, right, like if I cross the bridge and I fly next door to this property, the only thing I have going on in this territory is this single room. Did it finish? Oh, it did finish. Where I'm putting together this golden castle key. Now you're probably wondering, what is this for, right? So the reason why I need a golden castle key is because I'm going to post the game file for this particular castle on my Ko-Fi, and I'm gonna make like instructions so you guys can actually just visit the castle yourself. The best way to take over the castle is with a key. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove right when this castle is done being showcased and I take like all the video and stuff, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, you know, have the commentary tour and the regular tour, and I'll post the game file on the Ko-Fi with instructions, and then you guys can like actually tour the castle yourself. Some of the YouTube castle creators starting to drop different builds, different castle builds, and it seems they are enjoying the update. Yeah, I have noticed that, man boy. Let me do Blood Moon. Let me switch to my Blood Moon model. Just give me 1 second. Actually, what's going on here? Oh, god damn it. Alright, yeah, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I just needed to do a couple things because like I said earlier, my my little interface here went down on me. So I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes for Blood Moon. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so going back to the castle, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, right, yeah, so my plan is that I'm going to basically, let you guys possess this castle, like you can overtake it, but in order to get it, you would need the golden castle key. So, that's why I had that other, area over here, it's so I could build that, because now, because of the way that the crafting stations work, you can just click on the item if it costs nothing and it'll just craft it. So yeah, there's that. Let's continue. I just thought that would make sense. I don't know. I thought it'd be neat. Thank you for the hydrate, says Zaj, and the stretch, the stoic elf mage. Okay. I feel a lot better after that stretch, actually. Not sure what I'm going to do with this particular room, but what I can do is I can start off something cool. I could make this into another, I was thinking about making this into like another church area kind of thing. But these two side doors would have to be the back. So, well actually these 3 doors would have to be the back, so I'm just gonna set that up. First I'm gonna put in some cordial gates. The wooden doors, I really like these wooden doors, they're so nice. Like, even if I just like stay on the other side, you can, you know, see through them. I like that a lot. I like it. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I wanted to say. I feel like there's something else. Let's see. Rancho says, I've been trying to replicate the brutal no-hit runs I watched, but my skills are not up to par, so back to relaxed settings. That's fair. I mean, you can always just kind of go back and forth, take your time. If you hit a wall, you know, maybe revisit it later. Because I find sometimes when I'm trying to do like the same fight over and over again and I fail enough times, it just gets really frustrating. I don't remember what flooring I used in the other place. I'm gonna have to look. What kind of flooring I use here? Oh, that's right. I used the green carpet. With the... oh, library flooring. Okay, library flooring, green carpet, V-shape. Okay. I have to remind myself that. So let's do that. I'm gonna use the library flooring. I'm just gonna use it throughout the entire thing for now. I mean, it doesn't cost me anything to just place. So I gotta make sure I set this up correctly. And then, now that this is done, I'm going to probably also, well, I kind of have to think about this. How am I gonna... I have to think about the direction. So this here... yeah, I think I'm gonna use a tailor flooring for this, like I did last time. So, this is gonna go this way. This is gonna go that way, and this is gonna go this way. So, I think back here I'm gonna put a bunch of candles. I don't usually start with candles, but I think it'll be interesting. Sloth! Sloth is in the chat! How are you doing, buddy? How are you? The church room was really done great. Yeah, I'm gonna do a different one here, but bigger. So we're gonna kind of replicate what we did downstairs. How you doing, Sloth? By the way, if you're on if you're on Twitch, go give Sloth a follow. They're awesome. Super chill, super cool. Totally go check them out. And we're gonna put this here. Wait a second, why is it... okay, I'm just blind, apparently. I don't know. I put this too far forward. Alright. Alright, so this is gonna... It's gonna make this a little bit more challenging, is I'm gonna place these all throughout here. Oh, there's Blood Moon. Alright, so I'm gonna turn off Blood Moon. Just give me 1 second. I'm just thinking about... Hold on a second, did I not switch it back? Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm just double checking. The stream is super, like, behind, actually, now that I look at this. I don't know why I didn't just take a picture of the... You know what? Hold on. Let me go downstairs. I'm gonna take a picture of, or a screenshot of this, so I don't forget what I used as far as furniture. Hold on, let me grab my snipping tool real quick. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. I've just been kind of messed up because of allergies, but other than that, I've been doing alright. Allergies are really not helping though. It's like awful, actually. Like actually terrible. So I'm gonna save this image. Put this here. And I'm going to take... Oh, let me close out everything. I see you've joined the queue. So I should be good now. Yeah, but allergies are killing me. It's like multiple chapels inside a cathedral. Yeah, kind of. I mean, when you have places that you have like that many people, well, just imagine like people over here just kind of doing whatever they do, right? Like, it's not a bad idea considering the size or shape of the place to just have multiple rooms for a similar purpose. I know the feeling, lol. I had to mow the yard last week and I was pretty much dead after. Oh no. That's actually terrible. Wow. Yeah, but when I woke up, my eyes were like glued. And I had a headache too, which didn't help. I almost forgot I had that headache because it happened, and then, you know, I washed my face for a while and I felt a little bit better, but I don't know. These allergies, man, it's too much. Alright, so now I'm just going to start with the furniture. I'm gonna place... Okay, so it looks like... Oh. Actually, no, I have to go back and finish this tailor flooring because I messed up here. Yeah, this will be good. Okay. I mean, I could do 2 rows, huh? No, because then I don't have enough seats over here. And that would look weird. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that alone. I can always change it later. Hello, Mage Flame. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Let's start off with this table. Well, actually, I could start with a bigger, fancier table, couldn't I? We'll just do a bigger, fancier table here. And we're gonna put that right over yonder. And let's put down a fancy chair. So I'll put fancy chair here. And also fancy but not too fancy chair there. And then we're gonna have... I guess I could add... this here. Let me look at the image. Okay, so I need to put the thing here. Gotta make sure I give myself enough space though. I don't know if I like this. I feel like this setup is too far apart. Like I could probably squeeze it in like one more push and get like a whole other row in here. So I think I'm gonna do that. We're gonna put this right over here. Yeah, so these are a little bit more compact, but it fulfills the same purpose. And now we're gonna try and add... Well, the hard part is deciding whether or not to put anything here, because... Actually, let me try. How close would this be? Because I don't want this to be, like, blocking. Or maybe I should move this to the other side. Maybe that's what I should do. Yeah, you know what? Let's move them. This doesn't make any sense. Alright. Let's move these. Actually, let me remove them all. I'm not happy with that setup anyway. And we're gonna go with candle stands. Here we go. Hello, PJ. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Just gotta make sure these candle stands are looking good. So far, so good. Nice. This looks a lot better. I think I'm gonna stick with this. And that should open up a little bit more space to do other things over here with this space. I have to kind of be careful about the kinds of... Let's see, what did I end up using? I used flying lights around the chairs above the seats. Okay, so I'll have to revisit that. But for now, we're just going to stick to this plan. So maybe I don't think I like that very much. So I put this really close together, but this was to make it just a little bit more compact. I can probably... Actually, I move these closer to this side, huh? I can scoot these over a little bit and push these forward. Actually, how many spaces is that? Yeah, it's 2 ticks up. And then just move this one. And then I can move these one, and there should be even. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's way more space. I like that. So this is gonna go back 1. Hello GG, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. How you been? And I'm just gonna add some more. This is gonna look so cool when it's done. Like, I can already, like, tell it's gonna look really nice. I just need to kind of decide how to structure my benches here as far as, like, the placement. And I think I'm probably doing okay. I just need to make sure whatever I do is consistent. So... Alright. That measurement works. And over here should be the same measurement. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure I'm not going to the wrong sides here. Trying to think what else I should do. I know I wanted to add a carpet. Oh, right, I was thinking about adding a carpet over here. That was why I had that, like, thought, but I changed my mind when I did the rugs. Okay. It's coming back to me now. Let's try... sound a bit tired. Take necessary breaks, okay? Oh no, I just have really bad allergies, to be honest. Like, when I woke up this morning, my eyes were like glued shut. And I had to like wash them for a while because it was just like... I don't do well with allergy season, so I do apologize. It's like sucking my energy away, like, ironically, kind of like a vampire. But, oh, I forgot about the chess table! I could put a chess table over here. What am I doing? Hold up. Oh wait, no, no, no. I'm taking this out. What am I doing? Why didn't I just... There we go! Move the chess table. I think, yeah, you know what? Let's just put chess tables in here. This is what they do recreationally. It's just chess. There we go. That's a lot better. I knew something was up with that room. I just couldn't tell exactly what it was at the time, but now I get it. Let's get one of these stands over here. That should be fine. What else is missing? Oh, the chairs. So for these chairs, and for... Hold on a second. Did I want to do that, or... Oh, that's right. I can move these, can I? Can't I? This one's off. Saw a Reddit post actually debating whether vampires know how to play chess. Oh my god. Well, they can always learn. I mean... We're smart enough, right? I would think that we could just learn. I don't... Wow. Debate. That's crazy. That's an interesting idea, like... Whether or not that's even something to be debated. It's funny. And I'm just taking a look at what I got here. Making sure that I set this up correctly. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And over here. For all the entrances. So this room isn't going to be exactly like the other one, but it's going to be similar in some ways in setup. And I still want it to be a little bit more unique. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to add the chairs and the whatchamacallits. Yeah, I think I want to move these over. There we go. And then now I'm going to put down the stands. Hold on, I missed. If a cop who is also a vampire has a warrant, do they still need permission to enter your home? The warrant is the permission. I mean, at that point, they have a warrant. You can't really... Well, at least in the States. I don't know how it works for, like, other countries. I'm not... Oh, and this is not legal advice. I should probably say that. But my understanding is that if they have a warrant, they can just search. They've already gotten permission from a judge, from what I understand. So, technically, the warrant is the permission. Unless there's a specific... rule saying that the owner of the home has to invite you in, then in that case the paper means nothing. But I'm not entirely sure about the specifics when it comes to vampires. I'm not a huge... I know it sounds weird to say, but I'm not like a huge vampire person. Like, I probably know more about werewolves than I do about vampires, but even then that's not saying much. My knowledge is limited, okay? This is too far apart. This is just right. Get this down. Here we go. And I think I'm gonna put... I don't think I can squeeze another one of the... What I can do is I can put... tables here. It's a shame that I can't like place things on the tables, but I mean, I'm gonna move this over. There we go.
This will not work.
Oh wow, that's not gonna work at all. It works here, but not there. Interesting. I think I'm gonna just remove it then. Doesn't really do anything. Let's add some carpet. Trying to justify why vampires can't use the chessboard pieces. They don't know how to play it, lol. Saw some use the training dummies as mannequins in the tailoring room. Yeah, I've seen that too. It's pretty cool. It's a neat idea. Where is it? I'm like losing my spot here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. There we go. So now, cool. I'm looking over at the picture from the other room that I took, and I'm just trying to replicate as much as I can without overdoing it. There we go. Alright, cool. This looks good. Looks even and aligned properly, so we should be fine. Placing all these chairs is gonna take forever though, I'm not gonna lie. I might add some plants here, like some vases or something, or... I mean, I need to add something here, because I feel like this... Oh, you know what I could do? I could add a different kind of, I could add a different kind of table. Like this one. I could just put the study tables in front. Just like a line of study tables, but that would look kind of weird, I think. There has to be an easier way. This looks cool, but that's not appropriate for the space. You know, sometimes that's the hard part, is like trying to figure out what fits a certain role correctly without completely just destroying the entirety of your floor. But yeah, I think I'm going to try this. I'm just gonna try placing these chairs and worry about that later. Because obviously my brain's not functioning for some reason. I do apologize. My brain no function. So this is gonna be here. And we're gonna place the views here.
I cannot build here.
There we go. Yeah, you know what? This space in the front is probably necessary now I look at it. I really wish that this, like... I wish that this was just one square back here, but it's not much I can do. I don't like the way the flooring set itself up here. Or the way it's aligning. And part of that is my fault because I decided to move this over so that I can make this big thing. When in reality, maybe I should have just done something over here on this end. I had an exit path going in there, but it's too much of a pain to fix now, and I don't think it'd be worth it. I might even change it back to what it is now, so there's no point in trying to fight with myself here. You know what? I'm gonna place... But yeah, I feel really stuffy because of allergies, so I'm sorry if I sound like really tired. Like I said, it's like pulling all my energy out of my body, it feels like. Let me see. Yeah, let's add these back. And we're gonna add the chairs. Use privacy curtains to create a confessional. That's an idea. I could do that. I mean, it doesn't have to be in the same room. If I'm gonna do something like that, I would basically convert this into that space if I was gonna do that. That's not a bad idea, though. You know what? I actually really like that idea. Let me see what this looks like when I add this. Yeah, you know what? I like that idea a lot. I'm just gonna remove this. I'm gonna repurpose this into what you're describing. Because now that you mention it, that's actually not a bad idea. I didn't even think of that. Oh, wait. And we'll put a divider in between. Oh, you're saying, well, if I put the... Okay, I have an idea, I have an idea. I have an idea. I'm trying to remember if you sit or kneel while doing this. Because you're referring to, like, reconciliation, right? Like, I cannot remember if you sit in a chair and say whatever, or if you kneel and say whatever. I cannot remember. It's been years since I've done anything like that, so... I'm not really sure. I don't quite remember, so we're gonna put that... Actually, let's put this here. For the window, I'm gonna use a... iron gate with a... Where's that splitter? Where did I put it? I say that as if I placed it in a specific area, but I know I didn't. Paintings, wall ornaments. Come on now. Oh, here we go. And then I'll put one, I know that they get a chair, so put a chair here. That way you can still hear them. That's why I use the iron thing. So we have that curtain. Let's get the inside looking right. Let's get the wallpapers right. And... okay, so now those are done. Let me see if I'm too close or too far. This is too far. So if I move this up, maybe one more. Yeah, and then you would just hide your thing here. Yeah, I think this works. I think this works. What do you guys think? Like, if I were to make this the, hold on. Maybe there's something else I can do here. I'll think more about this. I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't mean to sit. That was my bad. I'll think more about this. I have to let it sizzle in my mind before I can like properly come up with something really good here. I can also add some more. Let's do some more candle stands, but they're gonna be on this side. So I'm gonna put one here and here. There we go. I could add a couple more here. Yeah, but the confessional area, like, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That's a good idea. I think what I'm gonna do, though, is I'm gonna switch out the carpet in this room just to differentiate the room from the rest of the church. And this is gonna have something else in here, maybe a... can I use, like, a red carpet? Or should I use a... Well, the blue carpet's new. It's kind of random, though, to make a blue carpet. I think the red looks a little bit better. Yeah, let's leave that alone. For now. And I think I'm gonna add some lighting, actually, now I think about it. And I'm just gonna put some simple, candle stands. So I'll put one here. These are the same candle stands I used in the other place. So I'm just going to reuse the same concept here. And of course, we're going to put them...
This will not work.
Oopsie. Oh, interesting. So it's too far... So this chair is too far back. So if I move the chair to the very center of the room, I could probably fit it and it'll be fine. Oh. That's interesting. Maybe not. We'll bring the thing even closer. Oh, wait, hold on. I know what the issue is. What? It's saying it's blocked by this, but it's over there. That's odd. Unless it's supposed to be like... I don't like that. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments in this room, actually, because I don't like how this is set up. Let me think for a moment. I think I'll leave this alone. I'll have that there. And then on this side, I'll have... Oh, actually. Oh, that doesn't work either. I could move these up. But if I move these up, it's gonna make this pathing a lot smaller. There's a lot I can do with this. But I think I'm just gonna settle with the candles where they are. And I'm probably going to also maybe mess with this. I think I'm going to put another one of these vases over here. Let's do that. Oh, gotta make sure it's white. I can put it right on the edge here. Or I can maybe do something where instead of the edge, it's like in the center connecting the two different colored spaces. So I think I'm gonna do that. It'll be like the transitional center. And then I'll put one here as well, just to fit the roll and fit the goal. Okay, so that looks nice. Looks like I used the lucky plants on the vases, so I'm gonna do that here as well. And then I'm gonna get the flying lights out, and we're gonna start doing some stuff. I'm gonna move this over slightly just to put another vase here. I know it's a little bit greedy to place an extra vase here, but I feel like it might be worth it, so that's what I'm gonna do. And let's add the lucky
I
plants.
cannot build here.
What? There we go. I was gonna say, why can't I place that? Okay, so I think that's enough. I gotta think about this. I just don't like how there's a big gap up front. I have to figure out how I'm gonna... I could be overthinking this. I might have to, just put the lighting in and then decide. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put one light here for all of those spaces. One light over here for all of these spaces. Oh, it's too far to the left. There we go. We're gonna place another one over here. Oh, those aren't what I wanted. This is too far to the left. To the right, I mean. There we go. This one might need two, so I'm gonna... Actually, I did have them pretty spaced out. Maybe I don't need an extra. I think this lighting is enough. I think the fact that... You know what? I'm gonna move this up, actually, because we have so much light on the back end. It's not balanced. There we go. Because we have... Remember, we have all these lights back here, so we don't necessarily need to go crazy with the lights. Oh. Looks like I messed up on this end. I was wondering why there was no space between the wall and this part, but it's because I placed them too far to the windows. Or toward the windows, I mean. So, whoops. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. So once I move them over, I should be doing good. Yeah, I really enjoy decorating these castles. I feel like it's like kind of like a form of therapy because in a way, like I just have to like relax and I can always change my mind, you know, there's no pressure, you know, just make better and bigger castles. And I've noticed that, you know, the more of these that I do, the better I seem to be getting at actually just coming up with ideas and coming up with you know, a plan, which is part of the reason why, you know, and this is kind of, I guess that's kind of the downside of like not having a pre-made blueprint before you start, is that there's always that possibility that you'll find something that's not quite right. Also, I forgot to say hi to Agewinth and Hero13. I hope I said your name right. But yeah, I don't know. Just looking at this, something about it, I'm trying to figure out if it's, I mean, unless I have a whole row of plants, I could do a row, couldn't I? The problem is if I do the row here, it's going to be eating up this entire area. Like if I do this, and it's not going to be aligned with this vase here, which is what I want. I'm gonna leave it alone. I feel like if I touch it and I move it, I'm just gonna regret everything. So this needs to be further back though. So I think, yeah, there we go. Oh no, yeah, that's right, because it's in the center of the chairs, not the... And then I'm gonna move this over a little bit more. Getting the placement on these candles is kind of tough because there's like a few judgment calls you gotta make, you know, while you're doing it. I think if I move this back slightly, this will be a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, just trying to get it just right. Let's see, apparently in the next Palia update, they will make the Hot Pot minigame permanent. Really? Where did they post that? Did they put it somewhere? It's funny you mentioned paleo because I've been having some, you know, internal struggle with playing the game. Like, I actually haven't been playing. I've been spending more time in Nightingale than I have in paleo recently, actually. This is too far to the left. Did they just announce the update? They got an upcoming update? Well, it's about time. It's been a while since we've seen any update. So, that's good. But, I don't know why they're focused on the minigame instead of, like, finishing the game itself. Like, yeah, the minigame was fun, but it's a seasonal thing that's supposed to happen twice a year, I think? They mentioned the hot pot part towards the end of the blog. Did that blog come out today? Because I didn't see that they posted anything. Let me check. Because otherwise I probably would have covered it. But now you mentioned it, I also haven't been looking closely today, so... Oh, here we go. Dev update number 8 onward says towards patch 0.180. This was posted today. Okay, so I might actually have to... You know, I'm thinking about maybe I shouldn't cover the... Oh, fan favorite features. What's this? Okay. Oh, I see what you mean with the hot pot thing. I have to read through that. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about covering further paleo content because I feel like they actually went through another round of layoffs and I'm kind of like the red flags in my mind are just going off. Which is a shame because I really want this game to succeed, but at the same time, you know, I'm starting to feel like I want that more than the devs do at some point, which is kind of crazy. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to think a little bit more about strategically what my plan is there because I just don't know what I'm gonna do with that game. I have to think more about it. So, and another thing too, whenever I cover the paleo updates, like, no one cares. Like, and I know that sounds bad, right? Like, I know that sounds terrible. But no one watches. Like, it's just, you know, the same people, like, they watch, which is great, and I appreciate you guys. But even if and the thing is, unlike vrising, where it's like a matter of how soon can you post it, with paleo, I just feel like my shit just gets lost into the ether. So I think I might be focusing on other games, maybe. I have to think more about it, but I think I'm gonna read through the patch notes first and then determine whether or not I'm covering it because I'm just kind of recalculating in my mind. I don't want this channel to be only a vrising channel. I do want to do like other kinds of building, and to be fair, like I feel like paleo has like one of the best housing customization like building mechanisms that I've ever seen in a game, but that's not enough to carry the game, I don't think. Like, if you're missing literal like parts of story elements and a bunch of other stuff, it just feels kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of like stale after a while, which is weird for me to say because it's rare for me to feel like bored with a game, but I feel like paleo is kind of reaching that point with me. I don't know. Maybe wait a bit more if something really interesting comes up. Maybe. I mean, I could just read... Well, I think I might just read through the notes, like, briefly, just kind of skim through them. But I might end up doing, like, a follow-up video to my other video, the Croaked video, because... it's really, like, a night and day situation, I feel like, when it comes to how, like, devs can, like, focus on one thing or another. Like, from the point of view of like a consumer, right? Like, we're all consumers of something. We all, you know, obviously we all like gaming and stuff like that. At least people who watch me, I hope so. Otherwise, why are you here? But I hope that, I guess what I'm trying to say is I've seen clear examples of really, really good communication and really, really bad communication. Like, I'll actually, you know what, I'll mention examples specifically. So some specific examples would be Palia, where like you have a situation where the game isn't really being,
This
how do
will
I
not
say
work.
this? I feel like it's not really being worked on. Like, I feel like every time a new update comes out, it's kind of like, okay, a minor quality of life thing. Which, I mean, honestly is great. I'm glad we're getting quality of life things, but sometimes I feel like that's just not enough. Especially when there's, like, other games out there where you can just, I don't know, do more. And I'm starting to wonder if I should just wait for the game to be completed, if it even reaches that point. Because another thing I've noticed is that when you go on Twitch and you type in Palia, the number of channels that are streaming the game has decreased significantly. Like, even the people who were like, you know, Palia partners, like you almost never see them streaming now. It's kind of incredible. Like, I mean, they stream, but they almost never stream the game. And when they do, it's because that's the only game they stream, or maybe they just, you know, they're just still hooked on the game, which is fine, you know? But I just don't understand how you can lay off 3 waves of people. Like, so my understanding is that when they had the first round of layoffs, people left, like extra people left. And then you have, which is pretty normal, I think, when, you know, people get laid off, you see people around that, you know, the people around that see that, and they're like, oh no, I might not be secure here, I might want to jump ship now before I'm the next on the chopping block, which is fair. I mean, you know what, I need to compare this bridge to the other bridge. Hold on. Let me do my bridge comparisons. Oh, I did do them on the side. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay. Now the contrast to, well, I know I'm kind of going in circles, but the contrast, I think, to how the Palia devs have basically ignored even the early alpha testers with some of the feedback, and you know, it's hard to like imagine that. Oh crap. Oh, you gotta place it in the, I gotta rotate these. There we go. Sorry, I just want to make sure that was right. I'm kind of going in circles here talking about this, but I don't know. I guess I'm kind of bummed out. Just seeing the game go from everyone's excited and wants this game to succeed to no one really playing the game anymore, it just kind of breaks my heart, honestly. I don't know. And I know this is kind of like a harsh thing to say, but it wouldn't surprise me if the game is not still running within the next 5 years. I don't think Palia is gonna make it to the end the way things are going. How can you be in open beta and lay people off? That is like a huge red flag. Like, that makes no sense. Like, are you working on the game or not at that point? I don't know. And from what I understand, they were never like a huge team of people, so cutting more and more people, it just seems kind of like, okay, so I used cobblestone for this. I think I'll do something similar. I'll think about this. I don't know, maybe I'm just being hypercritical, but I'm so disappointed overall that I can't even like form like my thoughts properly, it feels like. And it doesn't feel good, I will say. Now in contrast to that, you know, where you have devs who are like gaslighting you and basically lying to their players about, you know, the stats of the game. By the way, Palia is still not listed as an open beta game on Steam or the Nintendo eShop. And that's crazy. But what I will say is that there's other devs out there for other games that get it, and they're not doing the same bullshit. So a good example of this would be Nightingale, right? Nightingale released, and when it released into early access, it had a bunch of mixed reviews. One of the biggest concerns, or one of the biggest issues people complained about when it came to the game, was the fact that you had to play it online. You couldn't play it offline. There was no offline mode for the game, right? Well, the devs are listening, and the offline mode is going to be coming very, very soon. They even admitted in their latest dev update that they underestimated how important that was to their players. So in order to kind of alleviate that problem, they invested the time and energy to make sure that they can, you know, push out an offline mode. And that is not easy. Honestly, I am very impressed. Now, I know sometimes, like, here's the thing. I'm not a dev. I don't, you know, I'm not a programmer. I don't, like, I'm not an artist. I don't know how to do, you know, any of the things that they do, right? But as a consumer watching that, it gives me hope. With Palia, I don't have hope. And that's what I think is the big difference for me. Like, at least the peeps at Nightingale, they actually take the time to listen to feedback. There's constant bug fixes, which is great. They added a bunch of quality of life features. One of those features they've added is craft from storage, which is a newer thing. And then they're also going to, I think they're eventually going to add build from storage, so you can build your crafting stations from storage. Which is another big thing. That's something that with, you know, vrising and people really wanted. They already said, well, I already knew before the game came out that it wasn't going to have that, because when I don't remember if it was my interview with Jeremy or the one that I went over that Vardoran did, like with the community manager, like he already kind of clarified in that interview that there wasn't going to be craft and storage. Something that I hear a lot is people say, oh, why can't you have like a local craft where you just kind of have like, you utilize the room system where every chest in the room can be pulled from. And I think that's a nice compromise idea, but I think with the heavy lifting and technical stuff that would have to go into creating that, it would probably be more worth it to just do global storage. But I don't know the logistics of that. I'm just like guessing at that point. So I don't know. It's just something kind of went through my head, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that I appreciate when developers communicate with their base in a way that is just factual and truthful. Like, even if it's something that people don't want to hear, if you're honest about the situation, it can be appreciated, you know? And I feel like Palia, you know, I feel like with all the problems the game has and being in early access, sorry, not early access, sorry, it's an open beta, I feel like they're not doing that enough. I feel like players are just kind of left out in the dark to figure out what the heck is next, like what's going on, right? And I don't think it's fair to anyone. Like, I don't think it's fair to the people who get laid off for whatever reason. And like, I don't understand, like, I feel like this is almost like a PSO2 situation where they thought that they could just throw a game out there and it would just automatically be successful because it, you know, fills its roles. Well, the problem is you marketed this game as an MMO and it's not an MMO. There's no MMO elements. Like, you literally, there's nothing. I mean, I understand the game is in open beta, but that's not something you sit on for months and months. That's something that you, like, do something about very early, you know? This isn't like it's not a joke. You can't, I don't know, man. I have so much I could say, but I'm just gonna say that, I'm thoroughly disappointed with Palia, I think. I've reached the point of, you know, I literally used to log in every day, but as time went on and the updates, you know, they do happen, and I'm glad they slowed down the updates to try and bug fix. But the fact that we're not even getting like hot fixes in the middle is like kind of concerning, because some of these bugs are game breaking, and you know, this is coming from someone who plays a lot of early access titles, who prefers to see the whole process through from start to finish. You know, I feel, because okay, maybe this is a little bit weird to say, but you know, when I like a game and I want it to succeed, I want to be there for the journey of that game. You know, it's the same thing with vrising. You know, I've met a lot of really cool peeps playing this game, and it's not because I am like a great, nice, wonderful person, because I mean, I could tell myself that all day, but if anything, I'd be laughing at myself. Actually, I don't like these lights here. Let me redo this. I think it's because the game is actually doing well. You know, it delivered on a lot of the player requested elements. They listened to player feedback. You know, the only thing would be the craft from storage. I think that's like the biggest like handicap for this game in particular, because a lot of people are just like, wow, no, we really need that feature. And I mean, if it happens, it happens. If not, well, oh well, I get it. I just think that we need to be very vigilant when it comes to how companies are conducting themselves as a whole, because I've seen a lot of shit recently and I don't like it. Not with this game, but God, it's like, it's a hot mess. Do you think it was a mistake when they launch it officially on Steam, but then is actually still early access? I think the mistake was... Okay, so there's two things. I think Palia should have... Like, I think the Steam launch is fine. I think, you know, just the PC version, you know, launching it that way is fine. There's nothing wrong with, you know, launching it on Steam or launching it on like a major platform, because if you want your game to be successful, chances are you're gonna have to put it on Steam or the Epic Game Store or whatever. Thanks for the hydrate and the stretch, PJ. Let me stretch. I don't think that in itself was the problem. I think the fact that the game is in open beta and they still haven't added that title to the Steam store, and Steam doesn't do anything about it, that's a red flag to me. Like, why is it that Steam is allowing a game on their platform to not be labeled correctly? And why are the devs not labeling it? Like, what are you trying to hide, you know? Like, I shouldn't have to download a game to find out it's open beta. That's a lie. That's deceit. You know, you can't... Like, the way I see it, the moment you hit buy a game or download... Now, here's the thing. The game is free to play, right? And I get this pushback a lot, where people will say, oh, but the game is free to play. You know, it's not like they stole your money. It's like, that's not the point. The point is, the game isn't even officially released, and they're already lying about this. What else are they lying about? You know, am I gonna come back in a few months and find out the game doesn't exist anymore because it was some kind of, you know, elaborate scheme? I don't know. I mean, I'm over here just speculating. This isn't like based on any like... It's, if anything, it's just a hunch, but a hunch isn't, you know, it's not a factual claim, you know. I'm not saying that... How do I... That's a really... Hold on, let me think. I'm getting tied up here. Let me think about this. I think the mistake... If we're gonna say any launch was a mistake, I think the launch on Switch was a mistake. Because when they launched on Switch, they did the same thing. And then they launched on Steam and did the same thing, where they didn't label the game as open beta. So that was a problem. And the reason why I say I think the Switch version is a mistake is because how are you focusing on different versions of the game at the same time with a small team and you just laid off people? And by the way, guys, I have the Switch version and it looks like shit. I'm just gonna say that. It looks like shit. You load it up, you know, you get lag spikes, you get the stuttering and all the weird stuff. and it just looks like shit. I really have no other way of saying it, guys. Like I was surprised at how bad it looked on the Switch. Like I was a little bit shocked, actually. Which is concerning. But yeah, I think they're spreading themselves too thin. They're entering too many different consoles when they don't even have the core gameplay figured out, it feels like. You know, it almost feels like disorganized, like they can't decide whether or not their game is an MMO. Is the game an MMO or is it not an MMO? Tell us, you know, what is the plan? Are you going to rebrand your game so that it doesn't have MMO elements? In that case, why is it multiplayer? You know, Palia could have been an excellent single player game, but it's not. I remember what I was gonna do now. I'm gonna go to growing plots and put some roses underneath here. I was trying to remember what I was doing, but now I remember. So I want to add more plant life and stuff here, but I don't want it to be too claustrophobic. There we go. And I'm gonna add 2 vases while I'm at it. I don't know. Maybe maybe my opinions are unfair. Maybe my opinions are a bit harsh, but I guess it's because I really wanted that game to succeed, and the way things are going, it worries me. It really does. Let's see. Their vision of the game versus what they delivered failed to mesh. Yeah, I think so, but I think what makes it worse is instead of just... Here's the thing, they acknowledge that, right? The devs for Palia, the Singularity 6, they put out a letter, and it was like a response to feedback. This was like really early on when the game first entered open beta, right? And I remember reading this blog post, and they were saying how they recognized that they hadn't quite hit the MMO elements people were looking for. But then instead of just saying, okay, we hear you, we acknowledge you, we understand the problem, they went on to basically gaslight us into accepting that this game could possibly be an MMO when it's not. Like, just be honest, you know? Like, you don't need to gaslight your players into submission. Like, that's not gonna work. And the fact that the game is free to play just makes it so much easier for people to walk away from. So when you're gonna have a game that people can play free to play, that gives more people access to your game, sure. And, you know, that's really great because then more people can experience the game, and, you know, that's awesome. But if you're not going to give them a reason to stay, even if you're, like, how do I say this? For a free to play game to work, it needs to have a large player base if it's going to be an MMO. Because if you don't, it's like you literally have no one to keep the players who do pay money in the game. You know, like, let's say, I'll give an example. Let's say I'll use myself as an example. Let's say someone invites me to play Palia with them, and I'm like, what's Palia? And then I enter, right? I decide to play. And let's say my friend plays a lot, I play a lot, we enjoy our time, but after a while it feels a little stagnant. Now, I have 2 choices. Maybe I spent a few dollars, you know, toward the game, and I, you know, feel invested in the game. Maybe I bought a couple outfits, right? Now I'm monetarily, in my eye, maybe I'm just price sensitive, but I feel like I'm monetarily coerced into playing the game and committing to playing the game because I have spent money on it, right? And let's say my friend who invited me didn't. It's gonna be so much easier for my friend to leave the game with peace of mind, knowing that they played without spending any money. But that also means that players like myself have no one to play with, you know? Why is it that when I log in, there's only like a handful of people that I ever see? I mean, it's empty. I think the last time I saw anything that empty is when I went into PSO2 New Genesis. And that was like maybe a month ago. I went in there just to check it out and see if they added any new stuff. And there was like only one block of players. I was like, holy shit, what happened? Because when the game first launched, it was a lot of people. And then now it's just like no one. So I was like, whoa. So I was kind of getting flashbacks to that. Playing Palia, which is not a good sign. And, yeah, I think they entered into too many consoles too early. They didn't even have like a finished out game. It doesn't feel fleshed out. There's a lot of good elements. Like, it definitely has that cozy atmosphere that they were going for. But I think trying to go for cozy and MMO without any like real implementation of MMO elements, you know, things like dungeons or shared raids or things, like you don't have that in Palia. So what do? You need to add something else, right? But they didn't do that. They just kind of left it up to interpretation and then gaslit players about the situation, which I don't appreciate. You know, imagine if I spent, you know, 50, 60, 70, $100, you know, sorry, not 100,000. Let's say I spent like $200 on Palia, and they're going through these pains, these struggles. That's not a good sign. You know, I might feel a little bit anxious playing the game thinking about that, and that's not cozy at all. And that's not even addressing the issues with the player base, because there's people who said they've had issues with the Discord. I'm not really going to comment too much more on that. I haven't gone in there. I can't judge myself. But the fact that that keeps coming up over and over and over again just tells me there's something going on there. Now, I don't know what, and I'm not necessarily going to know what, but can't be good if I'm hearing about it, you know? That's the last thing I want to hear if I'm looking to play a game that's supposed to be chill and cozy. I mean, come on now. But yeah, I think you're right, PJ. They tried, I think, to deliver something that they had no clear vision for, almost. Like and the thing too is that every time they give us like a roadmap or update, there's great updates, you know, for like certain elements and things that people want in the game. You know, like for example, the map. They made it so now the map is a coordinate grid. So instead of saying north blah blah blah, they can say things like E5 or something like that, you know, just as an example. Which is nice. It's a little bit more, it's a lot easier to share those coordinates. But I don't know, man. Something about the game, it just kind of, I get these vibes where I'm just not sure about it anymore, you know? Like, I'm just kind of thinking, like, is this even worth my time? And so far, I haven't seen much to make me feel better. When I cover the updates, I feel like, you know, I used to be super excited covering the updates, but now I'm like nervous covering the updates, because I'm like, am I covering the updates for a game that won't be here in 5 years, you know? Because I have to think about myself too. I can't just be worried about it's not my job to be worried about their game. It's their job to be worried about their game, right? So if I need to, you know, if I'm over here making content, I gotta think ahead. I can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna make this for now. Like, I'm trying to make content that people can watch years from now and be like, oh, that was cool. Or, oh yeah, I remember that. Or, oh, that was nice. Kind of like, you know, my Power World series. Like, I feel like the Power World series was one of those timeless things that I did, where people can go back and see how, you know, the game looked like in early access, and they'd be like, wow, there's such a difference, you know? But with Palia, I'm worried it won't even be around to be fully released. And, you know, it makes you wonder, are they going to gaslight us again when it's fully released and unfinished? I don't know. Thank you for the hydrate, says Sej. I don't know. I just kind of went on a long rant about Palia, but I don't know, man. The vibes I'm getting, my for lack of a better phrase, my spidey senses are tingling, and I'm getting red flags, and I don't like it. I hope that at some point I'm wrong, and I can come back to you guys and be like, guys, I was wrong. They had a whole plan up their sleeve the whole time. I worried for nothing. Like, I hope that one of these days I can just be like, guys, look what they did. The game is great now, but I can't do that right now. And yeah, the game's still in early access, but I think replies by the devs are huge. You know, if it's good that they're acknowledging there's issues, but when they gaslight the players over fair criticisms, that's a problem. Have you seen the Power World upcoming update? When was that released? Yesterday, I think? I have not seen it, but hold on, let me pull it up. I'll take a quick look. I know it's like toward the end of the stream, but I want to look real quick. You talking about the GeForce thing? Stream, hold on, stream and play Power World anywhere you want, power of GeForce Now. I don't think that's what you're referring to. Are you talking about the May 13th one, where they updated Alpha Pal breeding? Other than that, I don't, or do you mean like what they showed at the digital showcase for IGN and Xbox or whatever it was? Because I saw that was like April 29th. That was nice. So I look forward to the Power World stuff. I think, you know, there's a lot of really good elements coming into that game. I think that it's going to be around for a while. You know? It's just inherently fun. Like, there's no, like, it's really rare that I play a game and I'm just like, this game is so much fun. You know, that's how I felt about VRising. So feeling that way about Power World 2, it's like refreshing because it's a different game, but I still feel that way, you know? Let me get this corner done. And then I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do a fly around because I didn't really do anything to fly around, but I'm gonna, oh my god, I almost jumped off. Holy crap. Let me make sure I get this square looking right. There we go. So now we're good. But I don't know, dude. My brain is just like I said, the vibes I'm getting is just like, uh-oh, you know. But I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong and that, like, you know, they come out with really cool stuff and the game ends up coming out sooner than later and, you know, they fix all the bugs and blah, blah, blah. I really hope that one day I can turn around and be like, Paleo's the best, you know, farming sim MMO I've ever played. Like, I really do wish that I can come out and say that with my chest, but one of these but as things are going, I feel very worried, to say the least. And the layoffs over and over are definitely not helping. Like, how are you laying people off when the game's unfinished? That makes no sense. And they had a big budget from what I understand too. So what's up with that? You know, it kind of makes me wonder, like, what could vrising have been if it had their budget? You know, like, just imagine, like, I just hope they focus on polishing what they have instead of adding a lot of things that don't work properly. I think it's more than just polish. I think they need to have clear direction and just give us an idea of what this game is supposed to look like when it's finished. Because right now, I don't know what this game is supposed to look like when it's finished. You know? I don't know. I kind of went on a little rant there. I did some good decorating today. We got a lot done, but I think next time I'm probably going to finish up the this area here that I haven't decorated yet. The downstairs of this area, which I haven't touched yet, so those two places need to be done. And I think I finished this. Yes, I did. I finished it downstairs here, so this is fine. Oh, I didn't put the carpet down. Let me good thing I caught that, because I'll forget. I'll just place that now, and then I'll end the stream. But I don't know. What do you guys think about this whole paleo situation? Because for me, it's like it's become a source of anxiety almost. You know, where it's like you really want the game to succeed, but you feel like, I don't know, the vibes, man, the vibes. Something in my gut. Maybe it's the predatory monetization system. Maybe it's the lack of accessibility options for certain types of things that some players have complained about. Maybe it's the bugs. I don't know. Something just gives me vibes that I don't like about the game, and I don't know what it is. But yeah, I hope I didn't make everyone sad. Just kind of going over that, but I don't know. It's a little bit of a vent, I think. A little bit of venting happening. So hopefully, you know, that clarifies some of the thoughts that are going through my mind with Palia. I don't think I'm gonna cover the latest update, because even when I do, you know, it doesn't really garner views. So I might just leave it alone. And I'm not saying that everything I do has to be for views, but I'm so early on in my channel that I really cannot afford to waste time in areas that, you know, ultimately won't help me grow. You know, and I don't think Palia is one of the games that are going to help me grow at this rate. But I could be wrong, you know, like I said. I hope I'm wrong, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes, I guess. And I think that, just gotta be patient, I guess, and see what happens, because I really hope I'm wrong, you know? Alright, well, now that I've, fully, vented about, Palia and how sad it makes me, I think I'm going to— oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. I think I'm going to end the stream. Now tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Foundation, and we'll be continuing our little village that we started on stream a while ago. I think I'm going to be playing a little bit more Foundation going forward on stream, and we will see how that goes. But yeah, I really like that game, and the developer for that game actually put out a what is it called? Like a time— I don't know, not a timeline, a timeline, like basically a timeline for what features they want to add and how long they think it's going to take them to complete the game. And I think that that is fine. So yeah, we'll see when that comes out. You know, same thing with Power World. But, you know, I want to make sure that I'm not leading you guys astray and giving you false hope about games just because I like them. Or maybe, sorry, not if I just like them, but like in general. Like, I don't want to mislead people into thinking that, oh, this is the best game ever, and then they play the game and it's like ass, you know? Like, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that kills my credibility if I were to do that. So that's I guess that's why I'm being so like hypercritical, I feels like, when it comes to like Palia and, you know, games like that. But alright, I really don't want to end the stream, but I'm gonna end the stream. I gotta go. But I hope you all have a wonderful night. I will see you all tomorrow. We're gonna play more vrising on Thursday, and on Thursday there's going to be I'm just gonna be working on this castle again, and I'm gonna try and finish this castle on Thursday. If I don't finish the castle on Thursday, then I'm gonna finish it probably on Tuesday the following week, like next week, or actually maybe even Monday. I might stream on Monday because Monday's Memorial Day, so I might stream on Memorial Day. I don't know. I have to look at my schedule. And then one last thing. On Friday this week, I'll be streaming a members-only stream on YouTube. So if you are a member, feel free to watch that. I'll be working on the sister castle to this castle. But yeah, I'll be keeping you guys updated with all the latest stuff, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to pass the torch to whoever I'm raiding on whatever platform. Hopefully that's not It's not going to be too much for you guys, but yeah. Take care, and as always, Xolo out.